Hello, welcome back to my channel, my friends. Didn't check to see if I didn't have stuff in my teeth. I don't. This is going to be casual and chatty, this intro clip. I hope y'all are all having a great day. It is Tuesday, and I am getting ready to go to Barnes & Noble because Tuesday is new release day for traditionally published books. And there are a couple of romances that I need to pick up for the vlog that I'm actually starting today. I am starting this particular vlog at sort of a weird time, considering that I'm going to be reading for my July new release vlog for the next 2 days, like getting really deep and intense with it. But I did just want to kick this vlog off because I have so much to update you on, and I missed you. I'll be honest, I just missed you. I actually filmed my little like Sunday reset video this Sunday, so I guess it hasn't been that long, you know, since I last talked to y'all, but things have happened since then, and we've got to talk about it, okay? First things first, let's talk about the renovation. Last I spoke to y'all, I was talking to you about how I thought we were like almost done, and unfortunately that just isn't the case. Essentially, whenever they were laying the tile, I say they, it was one guy who was from my hometown who was such a sweetheart, like such a great guy. When he was laying the tile, he laid it in an incorrect pattern, if that makes sense, and it just looks wrong. Like with some tiles, you can kind of like pick what pattern you're doing, right? Like if you're doing a subway tile, you could do it in a traditional brick pattern, you could do it vertically, you could do it horizontally. That's not really the case with the kind of tile we picked out for our floors. It is a hexagon, sort of like mosaic style tile, and there's only like one right way to put down the tile. Because of the way that this one comes manufactured, you know, most mosaics come on like a little net, almost like little squares. This is a rectangle and not a square, which was already kind of not a red flag, but like something that can kind of mess you up. But it's also not symmetrical on any one side. So like, let's say you're gonna lay them all down as rectangles, right? Horizontally, right? If you flip it the other way horizontally and try to lay it down, the pattern's not gonna match up. And that's what happened basically with our tile. And I didn't notice until it was finished and all grouted, and there wasn't really any way for either of us, either me or, you know, the tile guy, to really anticipate that being a problem until it was all finished. And it's just so frustrating because it's gonna have to all come out, which like I was really hopeful we'd be able to like patch it or like make something work, and it's gonna have to be completely redone, which is like such a bummer. We figured that out on Friday basically, and I emailed, you know, the owners of the company really quickly. I hate to bring this to your attention on like a weekend, but I'm a little bit stressed. They said they would like come up with a solution, but then I didn't really like hear anything from them for a couple days, and it just like really stressed me out all weekend long. Sunday I kind of like made peace with it. I'm like, it's gonna get done, it'll be fine. And then on Monday the owner of the company came to my house and we talked about it. We came up with a solution that we're both really happy with. It was just really nice, like getting to actually talk in person. I think email does not convey emotion very well, and there was some stuff that was going on behind the scenes for them that I just like wasn't aware of, kind of on some of their other projects, that was causing them a lot of stress, and it was just nice to get to just talk to them and come up with a solution. Basically what's going to happen is they are going to demo the bathroom floors day before the tile guy comes back out, and I think he's coming this weekend. I'm still waiting for an email, like an official email, the company to like let us know the exact dates for things, but that's kind of the plan. And then they are going to, or they already have sourced more tile from our particular dye lot, which is crazy, to match the remaining tile that I have. Once they do the floors, they are going to come in and put the baseboards in. They've already installed the fixtures in the bathroom, so like the toilet's down, and so are the faucets and stuff, so like I can take a bath in there if I'd like to in the meantime. And they're also going to paint in there as well. I actually need to go to Home Depot in the next few days and like find a paint color. They were gonna like touch up the paint anyway, because like obviously shirts have been like brushing up against the drywall, but seeing the like bright white tile against our like house's paint color that was just painted by whoever painted it before we moved in, it's so dingy. So I want to get like a slightly crisper, brighter white. So I'm going to do that, you know, the next day or two. I have no idea what color. I'm going to bring like the subway tile with me, I think, to like compare. But it's been an interesting few days. It's like stupid stuff, but it just is what it is. In other news, what can I say? I was sick all last week, so that was not super fun, and I talked about it in the Sunday reset vlog. But if you missed that, basically I am kind of changing up the way I'm doing things, and I am doing some like new fitness stuff this week. New fitness stuff, new health stuff. Basically 30 days of Chan is no more. As much as I love myself and I love the idea behind that, not eating fast food is not something that I'm planning on doing into the future. So like, why am I doing it for a month? Maybe in the future when I don't have people coming in and out of my house, that will be a thing. At this juncture, I just don't think that it's great. Especially, again, I was like sick. All I wanted was some chicken nuggets, okay? So girl had some chicken nuggets, and it didn't mess up any of my progress with my health journey or my weight loss journey. So not doing that. I am still doing like my workouts pretty much every day, but I'm also changing, you know, exactly what I am doing and doing some stuff with lower intensity. Again, I know I already talked about this, but I did just want to like throw it in here. This is my first week of really trying the the new, schedule that I have. So basically doing 3 kind of full body lifting days instead of like a body part split. That may or may not work out. We'll see. I'm not entirely sure on like my lifting. That's the one thing, like I'm still trying to figure out how to lift. I know how to do that, but like what kind of split I want. But right now we're gonna just do some full body. Some easy full body 3 days a week. I'm doing bar twice a week, and then the other days of the week, I am doing yoga and Pilates. So I have my first Pilates class on Thursday, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I've really missed it. I didn't realize like how nice it is and how core stabilizing it was compared to some of the other just exercise I'm doing. Like bar is just such a different thing, and I love it. It's, I think, a better high intensity workout, but when it comes to core stabilization, and especially for me, like I have sciatic nerve pain and scoliosis, the way that stretch in Pilates, oh, it's so good. It's so good. I'm very much looking forward to getting back on a reformer, which I'm doing on Thursday. And then I have yoga on Sunday. And I think that would just be a nice thing to add into my, repertoire. I've never done yoga before, not even really at home. I think I've maybe done it at home once, but I'm going to go and do it in person. It's kind of like a slow flow sort of class. I don't think it's heated. The place I'm going to does do hot yoga if that's something I'm interested in the future. Knowing me, probably not, because who wants to sweat extra? But I bought myself a mat and everything, so I'm very much looking forward to it. And I'm hoping that that might be a component to potential stress relief. That is something that I want to focus on this week, is trying maybe 1 or 2 new stress relief strategies, because I talked to y'all about, relieving some of my stress and coming up with strategies to cope a little bit better. Because, when you're undergoing all these changes, I really feel like I don't ever want to go back to the place that I was even a couple of months ago. Life has already changed dramatically for the better, but I know that if I don't get my mental health in order and like don't work on strengthening my mental fortitude, that I might slip into bad habits that I'm, not happy with, that don't make me feel good. So, I want to find some good stress relief sorts of things. I think the one thing that I know for sure that I'm going to work on this week is journaling, finding a time every day to journal, and I will report back at the end of the week on like how that's making me feel and if it's like helping my mental health. I actually just uploaded the vlog where I talk about stress, and I'm hoping that I'm getting some comments that will be, oh, this is what I do, and maybe I will employ one of your strategies in this here video. Oh goodness. Anyway, that's kind of all that's new with me. I'm really, again, just like focusing on getting back to my health and fitness, since there's not really going to be any contractors here this week because we're waiting again for the tile guy to be able to come back. He's from my hometown. He lives in my hometown, so like he's not here all the time. I'm kind of like mostly free for the rest of the week. And by free, I mean like free to move around in my house. In terms of like what I need to get done, I am working again on this vlog for Sunday. I would really like to get some reading done for the taste test that I'm working on. Finally finished The Way of Kings, and I'm moving on to Words of Radiance, and it's a long audiobook, even at like 2.5 times speed. It's gonna be about 18 hours of listening, so that is quite a bit, and I need to be able to like sneak that in here and there. I will try to read for this video too, I think at least 1 book. I don't know what, I need to figure it out, because I feel like this is, if there's 1 week in the next few weeks that I'm going to be able to read in my lifestyle vlogs, it's going to be this one, because I do have stuff to do, and the next few weeks are going to be crazy. But this week is like slight lull. Pirate Girls by Penelope Douglas. I have been like dying to read that and just haven't, so maybe that's what I'll do. I'm gonna go. I'll be back maybe when I eat lunch or whenever I have something to share.
I have french fries in my tea.
Okay, well, you said that you were beautiful enough to be on camera today.
I am.
Okay, well then,
Hello.
your teeth should be included in that. I feel like the lighting bouncing off of this green P. Terry's is making us look ill.
Oh, is it? Do you want me to move?
No, it's fine. I don't care that much. I'm just like,
I don't like when your skin has like a blue-greenish hue.
We don't have the suds. That was last week. I was just popping in to say, hey friends, what a day it has been. I'm a little bummed. I really thought I'd like hacked and gamed the system with my onepass like discovery, and I still stand by that. If you have United Healthcare and you like to bop around to different fitness classes, like I do think it's worth it. But I got a call today from Pilates, and they were like, hey girl, hey, we see that you have like booked yourself classes like into August, but your classes actually expire each month, like your amount of like credits, so you can't really plan ahead, so go fuck yourself, which is not great. And actually it would be fine for like any other fitness class, but for some reason my Pilates studio is booked up weeks in advance for every single class. Like the wait lists are normally like 7 people long, and no other fitness studio near me is like that. Bar never has a wait list, yoga never has a wait list, and it's the whole reason I was doing OnePass was for Pilates. Yeah, that was a little bit of a snafu, so I had to like use one of my credits today that I was going to use in August, and it was one of the weirdest classes I've ever been to. If you're familiar with Club Pilates Restore, I was rolling my feet on these little balls and doing all kinds of weird shit, but I did do some exercise today, so go me. And I read like 50 pages of business casual, which I need to go home and read more of. So far, I'm enjoying it. I enjoyed my little jaunt to the old Barnes & Noble as well. That was pretty nice.
That sounds unfamiliar.
Business casual?
Yeah, I feel like you've like talked about that one before.
No.
Okay.
I mean, unless there's another book with the same title, but I can't think of any. This is by Miss Burger King Borson. BK?
Yeah, that sounds so familiar. Like, I swear you've talked about this in like a video that I've edited.
Maybe.
And not like you read it, but like
maybe it's,
you were
most
like
anticipated
excited for it. Yeah.
She's out. I have her now. Also, The Au Pair Affair by Miss Tessa Bailey came out this month.
What a name. I like that name. That's fun.
It's fun. And then I'm also reading Play Along by Liz Tomford. Second book in, or is it the third book? Oh, fuck. I don't know. I liked the first 2 Liz Tomford books. The third one came out, and apparently no one liked it. This one that just came out, I think a lot of people like, which I'm excited about. Is it going to be like a repeat of the one that I really fucked with? I don't know. We shall see.
How do you spell au pair?
A-U? Pair?
Like P-A-R?
I think so. But it's like 2 separate words.
Like fruit or like 2 together?
2 together.
For a second in my mind, I was thinking like it was like an Irish last name, like au pair, instead of like O'Connor.
Like O'Reilly.
Or something. Yeah, or O'Reilly. Yeah.
In exciting news, though, in non-disappointing news, it's like I never know how to refer to people who do this work. The owner of the company, contractor, the main guy, called me today, and we discussed the plan going forward, which was really nice. They're basically going to come starting tomorrow to do the demo of the floor, and they hope to be done with every single bit of the bathroom Friday, Saturday. Like, they're going to do the tile and paint and baseboards, like, not all at once, but kind of all at once, which, I mean, I think is doable given how quickly they put down the tile the first time. What they're planning on doing this time to make sure nothing goes wrong is laying it all out in the bathroom, not in the bathroom, in our garage first, labeling everything, and then bringing it in. I need to go pick up some paint tomorrow, though. A couple gallons.
That's not fun.
What color? I don't know. I guess I'll be getting dog food tomorrow while I'm out. Home Depot getting paint. But literally, all I'm doing tonight and tomorrow is reading. Oh, and breaking in the bathtub today. Breaking it in. It's not because I want to. It's because I have to.
No, you
Physically.
want to.
I do. I really do. But I also just need to, like, make sure that it's functioning, because once they're gone, I mean, I'm sure I could.
Maybe I'll take a dip, too.
I'm good.
Well, no, I was just gonna, just jump in while you're in there, like cannonball.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be real good. Yeah, it'd be good for my chest pains. I'm having chest pains.
Not cannonball on you. I'm having chest pain!
I hope I don't die. If I do...
You ever seen that video?
If I do... No, I have not seen... I don't know.
It's like an old commercial for I think it's for Life Alert or something like that.
I'm having chest pain myself. I don't know what's going on. This has been like an on and off problem since I started exercising. I kind of think it's from bark, honestly. I'm having chest pain like right through my breastage area.
Is it angina?
No, that's the thing. It's like...
I don't know what angina is.
I don't think it's my heart. I think it's like some deep muscle in there, or like my ribs. I don't know.
Heart's the deepest muscle that there is. Just kidding.
It's probably like your colon or something.
I was gonna say the same thing, yeah. Great minds think alike.
Stupid. Do you have anything to share with the class? You haven't really been here. People have been missing you. Actually, don't know if that's true, but
yeah, probably not.
Well, they've been missing their Crumble reviews.
And I have been too, so
you know what? I'm actually curious. What are the
Oh no.
What are the flavors this week?
No, don't do it to me today.
I mean, we're already out, and if you want a cookie, it might make your life better. Hayden did not have lunch today. He was too busy working, and that's...
I didn't have lunch yesterday either. Like a handful of Cheez-Its and a protein bar.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's...
At 3:30.
That's a meal. I don't like I can never tell which is the actual fucking lineup. There's the cannoli cookie.
No, what is it? Cannoli inspired filling, huh?
Mini semi-sweet chocolate chips. Yeah, but it's not the good cookies and cream. I don't think.
That is one of the good cookies and cream, yeah.
Okay. Blueberry cheesecake, vanilla crumb cake featuring golden Oreo, raspberry lemonade. None of these really appeal to a girl.
That's fine. We don't have to go.
I mean, I would go for you because, I'm generous and also sweet.
I can go on another day. If I did it, I don't want to do it today. I already ate.
Burger.
You know, I'm not used to, eating this much at dinner anymore, and so it's I
yeah.
wouldn't really be able to enjoy my crumble cookie.
You're not used to eating
tonight.
this much at dinner. What does that even mean?
I don't get a double cheeseburger super often anymore. So, I'm saying, I'm full of shit right now. Not full of, full as.
Gotcha. I wish I could relate more to that. No, that's actually true, because I got food out for lunch as well, and I felt so full, and,
But yesterday, I had yogurt in a protein bar, and then today I had yogurt in a protein bar, and then dinner. So I'm just
he's gonna blow away.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna go home. I will probably show you the bathroom next time we talk. Really looking for rug inspiration.
You trying to roast this man online, the tile guy?
Oh, by showing his work?
Yeah, I thought that's what you were like saying. Like, I want you guys' opinion. Do you think that this looks
No, I've already shown them what it looks like. It's not his fault. I mean, it is his fault technically, but you know, nice guy. I'm not mad at it.
Exactly.
It is
It's like one mistake.
No, I'm trying to figure out how to accessorize in there, you know? Like, am I gonna need new mirrors? I definitely need a rug in there. Like, you know, there's so much to think about, so much to consider, so.
One thing that you guys should think about when, like, telling her your opinions is, like, what's gonna be less work for me? So that's something important to consider. Psych, it's always work for me. When is it not?
I don't think that, here's the thing, buying is a me thing. You
And?
can't do that without your help. Jot that down. Oh, he's getting a haircut soon, if anyone was, you know, wondering.
I still haven't scheduled my
Oh yeah.
consult.
So like I looked around and tried to find like, the best hair people in Austin for men because he goes to shitty barbers and that's why his hair, well, one of the reasons his hair looks bad.
But I just like, I want to find something. I want to go to someone who can like tell me
him
what would look
this
good
is
on me.
this is my coconut head. What should I put on it?
Yeah.
You know? And so he let his hair grow out and he's gonna schedule a consult. But this guy's very strict. You can't be on your phone.
I have to send him pictures beforehand, and I didn't have the pictures. I was telling Chandler, you need to take some pictures of me because I have to submit them with my like appointment request.
Yeah.
So if you don't submit your pictures, you'll be denied.
Everybody pray for him. He needs good hair.
Hello, friends. I'm here to bitch. Can I just bitch for a second? Kidding. There's only like 2 things that have been kind of like irritating me lately. 2 things that I've seen online. One directed at me and one not, but I just thought I would pop in and bitch. And you know what? This is probably not going to be for everyone. So if you do not want to hear about infertility a little bit or about weight loss at all, might I recommend skipping this portion of the video? Because I'm just going to be really candid. It's really not the big of a deal. First up, I saw a thread today that was someone asking people who have lost weight successfully, what did you do? And I was curious to see the replies, and I was going to quote it with the success I've had, right? Did I talk about it in this video, last video? I'm not sure, but I have lost 10 pounds-ish in 6-ish, 7-ish weeks. So I am losing weight pretty successfully, I would say, without doing anything, I think, toxic or harmful. And if anything, I'm actually like gonna slow down some of the stuff I'm doing. I think we've talked about it, the exercise stuff, just a little bit to help my body with healing. But I'm like still eating delicious food, which y'all have seen. I'm not doing anything I think that's problematic. The replies to this thread were like, oh, I'm doing OMAD. That's eating 1 meal a day, eating 1 time a day to lose weight. I'm doing intermittent fasting. That one a little less problematic, but still, again, why are we trying to like restrict when we're eating? It doesn't sound fun to me. One person saying they literally only eat chicken and rice every single day for every meal, talking about these like toxic exercise patterns, or I'm walking 20,000 steps a day, or it basically just everything except for I'm in a calorie deficit. That's what I was reading. And I was like, it just makes me sad. It just makes me sad that so many people try to overcomplicate weight loss. And I've been there and I understand how frustrating it can be, especially if you have like a hormonal problem like I do, like an insulin resistance, something that can affect your metabolic health and can make your metabolism slower than other people's. Like I can understand it's frustrating and you're trying to find hacks. And there are so many ways to get into a caloric deficit, but it just makes me sad to see people doing things that are so extreme that give you, in my opinion, no quality of life. I want to lose weight. I am losing weight, but the habits that I am trying to build are habits for the future that I can continue even after I am no longer in a calorie deficit, right? Trying to eat more nutrient-dense food. And when I'm no longer in a calorie deficit, eating those same foods just maybe at like a higher volume, so I'm no longer losing the weight. To me, it just feels like no nonsense, sort of like simple stuff, right? Get a little bit more movement too, that's always helpful, but like if we're getting down to it, it's the eating less, it's the calorie deficit portion that like actually moves the needle with weight loss. I've always hesitated to talk really candidly about weight loss because I just know how sensitive weight loss is, and I've been there, right, with like trying in the past and not having success and thinking that there was something wrong with me and just feeling like this is impossible. And I also know that people deal with disordered eating, so like I'm not here to like tell you need to lose weight or that's the only way to like live a successful life is to be in a smaller body. That's not true. That's just simply not true. I think you should be able to lose weight if you want to, right? And I feel so passionately about specifically women not feeling like they need to starve themselves to get to where they want to be or do these like crazy things. It's just not sustainable. It's not good for your body or for your mental health. And it makes me sad to see other people doing things that I consider to be very, very extreme. Anyway, I just needed to throw that out there. And I know I've said similar things, but I just keep seeing it and it's impossible not to see it when you're in it, But I need you to know that it's not okay to like not eat or fuel your body. It's not okay to like cut out major food groups unless you have an intolerance or something. Please be kind to yourself. Also, this is like, honestly, I probably don't even need to talk about this, but I did want to mention it. Because I talk so candidly about PCOS, obviously I get advice, whether it is asked for or not. And I got a comment today, and I've gotten a couple of comments over the past few weeks about my PCOS as it pertains to infertility. People giving me advice about how I should be eating for my PCOS, how to cure my PCOS, how I can pregnant if I cure my PCOS. I don't know if people are new here. That's pretty insulting. PCOS is not curable, and really the biggest thing that I feel like I need to reiterate is my PCOS is not the reason that I'm not getting pregnant. Aside from the fact that I'm ovulatory, I have a partner who has profound male infertility. We actually calculated it based on his numbers. We have greater chances of being struck by lightning than getting pregnant naturally, okay? It sucks, but it's something that we have both accepted, and so I think it's really invalidating and obviously very frustrating getting comments about that. I don't mind advice for PCOS, especially if I ask for it. Like I asked, hey, people with PCOS, what do you do for stress management? Love those replies and those comments. Those have been so helpful. And even, people sharing what they've been doing for their PCOS is totally cool, but these like prescriptive comments, especially again targeted at the fertility aspect of PCOS, I don't really love. Again, because it's invalidating. I've also had like people in my life close to me make comments about maybe if you lost weight, or maybe if you went on, a weight loss medication, maybe that would get your PCOS under control to where you could get pregnant naturally. And it's like, these people are close to me. They know what Hayden's dealing with, and they just still make comments, and it's so incredibly invalidating and frustrating. I think it just speaks to a greater problem in infertility and infertility treatment. This idea that it is always the woman who is the factor, I guess, that we are the ones that are always responsible for fixing things, that it's never, a man's responsibility to fix things. Not that he can fix things, and not that a lot of the time women can even fix things, but yeah, just this idea that it's always the woman's problem, and she's gotta work to fix it. I just hid this person from my comments, as they can't comment anymore. They've commented on a couple of videos saying similar things, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm good. I don't really want to hear that, but thanks so much. I just wanted to throw that in there. Not many things get to me when it comes to, the infertility stuff. Again, every once in a while a comment will bother me, and so, maybe I shouldn't make those public, because then I'm gonna get a lot more comments in the same vein, but I just, want to share her because I do, because it was bothering me. That's literally the only reason. Those are my gripes for today. They finished demoing the tile today. Today is Wednesday. It's the third week of July. They are going to clean up the remaining thin set dust in the bathroom tomorrow, and they're going to paint the walls before the tiling happens on Friday and Saturday. And I believe Saturday they're going to grout and also put in the baseboards at the same time. So like, I was talking to our head contractor today, and he was like, yeah, our goal is for us to get it done perfect this weekend, so you'll never have to see us again. And I was like, sounds good. Love that. Other news and exciting things to share with you. Oh, I guess I kind of shared this with you yesterday, the whole Pilates thing, but I feel like it just bears putting in here. It's been on my mind a lot. Sometimes feel silly sharing my life online, and I've been feeling very silly the past month or so as I've been kind of undergoing all of these changes, sharing things, because I make a lot of mistakes. I make a lot of mistakes, or something will work for me for a couple of weeks and it won't work for me the next week, and I want to change things, and kind of makes me feel like an inconsistent person. And that's one thing that I just hate, right? I don't want you to get frustrated seeing it either, oh god, this bitch, she cannot make a decision to save her life. I know I would be that way as a viewer. I feel like, especially with fitness, I think I've pointed it out a few times, I've just been so back and forth on what I want to do, because some things are working for me, some things aren't, some things are working great but not in combination with others, and it's honestly been kind of challenging. And I think I am trying to give myself a lot of grace when it comes to feeling okay with things changing, and ultimately giving myself permission to change my mind. So as I kind of shared with y'all, I had been looking into OnePass. I got a 1 month long OnePass subscription so that I could try out a few different workout classes, and I'm still going to be doing that for the next couple of weeks. But I think all of this back and forth on bar, Pilates, what do I want to do, I've come back to where I started, which is that I really, really like Pilates. I thought that initially it wasn't going to be a good workout for me because I wanted to get more cardio in my routine, and I thought that bar would be a great way to do that. It was great, but bar is much more of a full body exercise, and I was running into this problem where I would do leg day, go to a bar class the next day, and bar works every part of your body. There's a specific leg and ass section of the class. So if you do leg day the day before, you're working that same muscle group the next day. You're not giving your muscles time time to recover from that. And I thought that with time and with stamina that I would be able to get through that, but I'm realizing that I just don't think these two forms of workout are super complementary for me and where I'm at in my journey. And I know there's probably some people in the comments that are like, girl, I can do both. And you know what? Respect. But I just don't think that's like actually fitting my goals. I talked about this a little bit yesterday, but I have been experiencing some pretty severe like chest pain. Only now realizing that the pain that I have been experiencing on and off for the past few weeks is associated with the bar classes I've been doing. And I don't know what particular movements it is, but it's like these very deep muscles within my chest, not like my pecs, but like deep in my sternum. It's just maybe not the best form of exercise for me long term. It doesn't necessarily fit my long-term goals. I think I want something maybe a little more low impact, something that really stretches me out. And y'all, I miss the reformer. I do. I went to a Pilates class yesterday and I was like, okay, I have to accept defeat here. Not defeat. It is the most expensive of all of the forms of exercise that I have tried. The whole point of this is to discover long-term habits. Like I was saying with the, diet part of things is like, I don't want to do anything during this stage of my life that is not sustainable into the future, right? Like every once in a while things can change or like, if I need to make changes for pregnancy or, for other situations, sure. But I don't want to do a keto diet because I'm not going to do a keto diet my whole life. I don't want to do 3 hours of exercise a day if I'm not going to continue that after I get to where I want to be health and weight wise. Like that just doesn't make sense to me. So if Pilates is what I really enjoy, I should just do Pilates. I should do Pilates and do some weightlifting. I think Binky agrees. No, he doesn't. He is, I don't know what has gotten into him. He is so screamy right now. I'm going to still be experimenting the next couple of weeks because I do still have a couple of weeks left of OnePass. I want to get a yoga class in, see if I like that. My tentative plan for the months coming forward is Pilates and weightlifting. Oh, I was going to say, I've been having a lot of fun after my weightlifting doing the Stairmaster. It feels fucking crazy to say, but I've really been enjoying that as a form of like slow cardio. It's easy on my joints, but my heart rate gets up super high. I sweat. It just feels good. And that's like the first form of cardio that I think I've ever done that I've really, really liked. Bar as well, but that was cardio with other stuff, just pure cardio. Stairmaster, God, I kind of love it. I kind of love it. So I think I'm going to rely on, weightlifting plus Stairmaster on either 3 or 4 days of the week and then Pilates on my other days of the week. So mention it. I go back and forth all the time and I know it probably sounds so obnoxious, but it's all about trial and error, baby. You got to figure it out. And I'm having this conversation with Haden the other day too about joyful movement and this idea of like finding things that actually excite you. And I think so many of us just settle exercise that we're like, okay, I guess I can do this. Like I don't hate it so much that I'll never do it, but it's not like something I really enjoy. And because I've always loved weightlifting so much, I know that joyful movement exists and I've always been looking for something to complement weightlifting because I don't really want to do that shit every day, no matter how much I like it. To really find what you like, I think is super crucial. Haden doesn't really get it. The only form of exercise that Haden's ever really, really loved is bouldering or like rock climbing. We're trying to find a way for him to be able to do that. There's not really any places close to us, but there's a couple close to his work. So he's trying to figure out a way to like incorporate that into his schedule. He also lifts, but he's very apathetic about it. He's like, yeah, it's fine, neutral. But I was like, you know what? That brings you joy. Like we should do it. He's someone who's like, not really wanting to spend money on himself, but I'm like, you know what? Your health is important and like you enjoying what you do with your body is important. So I'm excited for him to get to do that. That does not sound fun to me at all. But I'm like happy that, he wants to do that. The only other thing that I wanted to update you on is that my ultrahuman ring came. I guess I can like pop you over to my desk and show you. I'm a little sad because it is too big and I don't actually like the color that I purchased. So I am in the process of exchanging it for a different color and size. So I will have it at some point to compare to the Apple Watch. So I got the raw titanium color in a size 8. I am typically a size 5.5 to 7, just depending on the finger. But I got an 8 because when I got the 7, got like the whole, tester kit or whatever. When I tried the 7 on, it was really tight on the finger that I wanted to wear it on, which is my primary index finger. I'm right-handed, so right-handed index finger. I couldn't really find a good fit between the 7 and the 8. I went with the 8 because I was like, I would rather my finger not be squeezed. Of course, when I get the 8, it's just a little too big and it slips off too easy. And I got the raw titanium color because I wanted it to be, I don't know, like a dupe for sterling silver. Go with some of my like gold and silver jewelry, but the color is just simply too gray in person. I don't know if the product showcase features, there we go. It's a little too dark. I think it's gonna come off too easy. And if my finger ever gets too small, like if I'm in a cold situation, because it's summer right now, this will completely fall off my finger and it won't fit any of my other fingers. Whereas if I get the 7, it'll fit these 2 fingers on my left hand. What, can we just take a look at the goblin? Oh, do you have a sticker? Okay, 7 fits on more of my fingers, even if it's not a perfect fit for the one finger that I wanted to wear the ring on, but that's fine. The form factor on this is crazy though. It's like a fairly thick ring, but it's not so thick that like when my fingers touch, it's uncomfortable, and it's so lightweight. So I am really looking forward to having this. Again, working on exchanging it. So I am doing a smaller size, and I'm doing it in gold this time. I'm too scarred, I guess, by getting this raw titanium color. They do have a silver, but when I was looking at pictures online, I couldn't tell if it was going to be really, really dark silver or really shiny silver. So I was like, you know what, fuck it. We're gonna do the gold. It might look cheesy, it might look corny. I don't care. I know I like gold, so putting her back in the box to return her. She also like came to me packaged very strangely. It was like this box in plastic. This box was already open, so that was a little, but it's fine. Gonna return her, going to exchange her. I wish I could like show you the setup and like how I'm enjoying it, but that'll be in a future video. I'm gonna go. I actually need to finish this book right here and move on to Play Along by Miss Liz Tomford. I think tomorrow you and I shall read something different. In the meantime, I'm gonna go get some paint for the painting tomorrow, and I'm gonna finish this book. Wish me luck. It has been a pretty good day. I went to Pilates earlier. I know we had our little heart-to-heart recently about Pilates versus bar versus other forms of exercise, and it was so nice. It was just so nice being back. I had another Pilates class a couple of days ago. That one was fun as well, but it wasn't reformer Pilates. Like, it was a restore class, so I was mostly just stretching. It was actually really, really nice because I'm having some pain right here, but getting on that reformer, ooh, it didn't irritate my chest. I also really liked my instructor, which made today even better. I also got a video sent off to a sponsor, which is making me feel very accomplished. I've gotten like my videos done for the week. I still have like other stuff to work on, of course, editing for vlogs, editing for other videos, but like the things that I had to get done this week have gotten done, and now I get to just like hang out with all of you, which feels really good. Update on the construction and how that is going. Everything is demoed, everything is cleaned up. They painted the walls today. I actually haven't looked at it yet. I need to go downstairs and do that, but they did also lay out the floor tile in our garage in the like appropriate pattern, in basically the exact shape they're going to put things in. Like, it's like a model of my bathroom in the garage, which I guess just goes to show how small our bathroom is, because we could really easily fit it in there. Hayden even remarked, he was like, wow, it's really like small when you actually think about it. And I'm like, yeah, I know, square footage wise. Obviously it's larger than like a standard tiny bathroom, but it's not huge for a primary bathroom. Anyway, part of the reason I sat down actually though is I wanted to tell you I have tried that like viral TikTok fluffy yogurt recipe thing. If you haven't seen it, it's basically Greek yogurt with sugar-free pudding mix and a little bit of sweetener, and you like kind of get a spoon, mix it up, and it becomes a little bit thicker, I guess, because of the thickening agents in pudding. Don't know if I like it or not. I used a ratio protein yogurt which had 25 grams of protein, and then I did a sugar-free vanilla pudding mix because that's what I had on hand, and a little bit of liquid stevia. I think the liquid stevia was probably a mistake because there was just something a little bit off about the flavor combo, just a little bit off. It wasn't terrible. I would try it again, maybe with like a different kind of yogurt or like a different pudding mix or a different sweetener, but interesting. It's interesting. Do you feel very full though? And I think that's because of just like the thickener in it. And that's something I wanted to say. I told you I wasn't going to do the 30 days of Chan thing, and I'm not, but it's so interesting reflecting on how I am feeling on the days that I actually stick to what I want to stick to. This is going to be weight loss related, obviously, so if you don't want to listen to weight loss talk, here's your option to opt out. Over the past couple of days, like, haven't really been eating in my calorie deficit. I haven't been like going way over my deficit or anything. In fact, I probably still am technically in some sort of deficit, just not like the full deficit that I'm trying to be in on some of the days, because I've just been kind of like eating out and just not really actually listening to my body. Like, I've been getting breakfast out, which is like never a good way to start my day personally. Getting breakfast out, lunch out, and then yesterday I also had dinner out. So basically 3 meals not at home. Realizing like how much that is calorically and how unsatisfied I was at the end of the day, like I was still hungry, is fucking crazy. I also had crumble. Crumble made my stomach hurt, which was also not great. I just didn't feel good. And then today, getting back on track with tracking my macros, tracking my protein, being in my deficit, I still have not hit the amount of calories I'm supposed to eat today, and I'm full. Like, I'm trying to think of what I can force myself to eat to hit the amount of calories that I'm supposed to eat while still being in that deficit. Does that make sense? Like, let's say my deficit is 2,000 calories. Like, I'm supposed to be eating 2,000 to be in my deficit. I haven't eaten that many calories today because like I am so full on the foods that I've been eating, and I've been noticing that it's like the days that I actually am eating at home and I am thinking about my protein and like trying to eat healthier foods like yogurt rather than like, I don't know, crumble cookie, I feel full and satiated on fewer calories. I mean, it shouldn't be rocket science, but it kind of is. And someone was asking me yesterday on Threads like what I used to track my calories and like what I used to be in my deficit and all these different things, and they were saying that they're really miserable and hungry in their calorie deficit, and I'm like, I cannot relate to that personally for quite a few different reasons, and I'm just really grateful for that, because this has been like very I don't want to say easy, but pretty easy for me. Incorporating new foods into my diet hasn't been as easy, but being in this deficit has been because I've been eating high protein. So that's nice. It's really nice not to be miserable and like not to feel deprived of things. Like I feel perfectly fine. Also, if anyone was curious, I guess I can tell you how I determined my particular deficit. Not really gonna share the numbers at this point. Maybe I will someday, but just like not at this juncture. So I'm gonna use like sample numbers, shall we say? Okay. I'm basically eating between my sedentary and lightly active calorie goals. Let's say that the difference between sedentary and lightly active is like 200 calories. I think it's around that. So like, let's say my sedentary calories 2,500 versus my lightly active calories were 2,700. If you subtract 500 from both of those numbers, you get what, 2,000 and 2,200. I'd be eating between those two numbers. That's how I have personally stayed in a deficit, and I have been losing weight at a pretty solid rate. I was not comfortable eating at my sedentary calories because I am active. A lot of like people online will tell you to ignore the fitness and activity when you are calculating your TDEE. Like you shouldn't add back calories if you're exercising, and you also shouldn't calculate your deficit as if you exercise. And I don't think that's right, especially if you're exercising. Like you need the extra fuel for your exercise, and you also a lot of the time should not be eating your sedentary calorie deficit. Like you're gonna be fucking miserable. Mine, when I looked at the number, I was like, that's no food. That's like toddler status, and I wasn't comfortable with that. So I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. So I actually eat like, I would say just under what the lightly active calorie deficit would be. So that's how I've been doing it. And it's been working for me. I mean, it's all trial and error, obviously, at the end of the day. And since I have steadily seen a decline in my weight, I've been like pretty happy with kind of where I'm at. And again, happy also with the way that my body's been feeling, like fueled, energized, and not hungry. And I think, again, that like takes some trial and error. That's the one thing I would say is like, give yourself some time to figure it out. Because at the beginning, I was worried that like I wasn't going to lose weight, or that I needed to like do extreme things, or that maybe I wasn't in a steep enough deficit time. It does take time to like see progress. And also it takes time to figure out like if it's actually like a rate at which you like losing weight, rate at which you're comfortable, etc. So that's what I'm doing. I'm looking at my office though, and we're back to messy status. Even though I just cleaned on Sunday, I need to bring some of this laundry down. And you know what I want to do? I want to read a book. I want to read a book with you guys. I don't know if I want to listen to an audiobook or read physically. I still feel like I have a lot of energy for the rest of today, and I don't want to just like lay down and do nothing. So maybe I'll listen to, you know what? No, I'm going to listen to an audiobook, and I'm going to like piddle around on my laptop. Maybe look at rugs for the bathroom while I do that. I'll pop in with you when I have thoughts and feelings on a book. Hello, bestie friends. I am in Hayden's car. It is Saturday, and I thought I'd pop in because I told y'all I would update you whenever I had started reading a book. I actually just finished reading one, so I thought I'd give you my final thoughts and feelings on, I think it's The Match by Sarah Adams. I've been listening to this as an audiobook over the past like day or so because I needed something to listen to while I did my nails. We'll talk about that in a second, but this book was so bland. I wanted to finish it because I got a free copy, like an audio, what do they call it? Advanced listeners copy from Libro. I guess this was like re-released. It was published quite a few years ago, like in 2018, and it was republished. And honestly, I love Sarah Adams, but the more of her books that I read, the more I realize all are very similar, like tonally and vibe-wise. Kind of like if you ever read an R.S. Gray book, like if you've read one, you've read all of them. Also kind of like Megan Quinn. There's some authors that are just formulaic in a way that I don't connect with. I mean, there's also authors who are formulaic in a way that I do connect with. So I don't think like a formula is necessarily bad. This one just like was not all that exciting, and you know, it is what it is. This book in particular was kind of a cute premise though. The heroine in this book is epileptic, and she has kind of like been disowned a little bit from her very wealthy family in Charleston. Like her job, I guess, is to help people get access to service dogs. She like helps train the dogs and connects people with service dogs because she has seen a lot of benefit from having one herself. She connects with a little girl who like reaches out to her and really wants a service dog for the same reason she does. She's also epileptic. In connecting with this girl, she also connects with the father, who is like kind of a dick at first, doesn't really want his daughter to have a service dog, primarily because he wants to like be there for her and thinks that nervous about her getting her independence, I suppose. As a result, he kind of like treats the heroine shitty and is like kind of rude to her at first. It turns sweet pretty quickly though. I think that was kind of the problem. Like I didn't want him to be grumpy. The basis for him being grumpy didn't really make a lot of sense. And then the relationship and just like the development of it was just boring. Like it just wasn't exciting. There wasn't a lot of tension or stakes in the romance, and I need tension and stakes. It was very, very low stakes. So if you don't mind a low stakes story, you can pick this one up. I will say the family aspect was kind of challenging for me, and it might be something that you don't want to read about necessarily either. There were certain moments between the heroine and her mom that I was like, I don't really want to be reading this right now. I don't know.
Yeah, it was fine. It was a fine book. It wasn't like amazing. That's why I didn't really update you like throughout the process of me reading it, because it like wasn't that thrilling. I don't know if I'm gonna read another book for this video. I may or may not. I was kind of struck by the fact that I need to read more of Words of Radiance so that I can like stay on schedule with my reading, but that's fine. Oh, I was gonna update you on my nails. I have been doing my own gel nails at home for the past few months. I have really been enjoying that. Got it in my mind recently that I should try to do my own dip nails. So basically like kind of at home acrylic. Did it a couple of weeks ago for the first time. I had purchased some OPI dip powders on beyondpolish.com. Really liked it. I forgot how much I enjoy having dip nails. Hate the process of going to a nail salon. I have so much respect for people who do nails, like they're so talented. I just don't personally love going. I don't really like spending my money that way, and I'm fully capable of like painting my own nails and doing my own gel polish. So I was like, you know what, let me try my hand at dip. And I have to say, I don't think I'm going back. Like I will probably continue to do gel on my toes. Maybe occasionally I'll do gel. There's like a color that I own that like I don't have in powder, but I love how strong it makes my nails. Like I like not having to worry about my gel polish chipping in places over time or lifting or anything like that. So yeah, I did a different color a couple of weeks ago and it just held up. Like it held up. It didn't look great because I'm still not like amazing at applying it. I'm getting better every time I do it. So this is only my second time and I think they look pretty good. I'm not like super great at getting near the cuticle, but I just use products in the order that you're supposed to use them, and then instead of just using a regular file at the end, I use my e-file because I'm lazy. And then I did gel on top this time. Some salons will do gel top coat on dip, some won't. Since I have the LED and I have like the gel polishes, I decided to top it with the gel top coat. I mostly just don't like to wait for regular polish to dry, and that's kind of what you have to do with dip. You seal it with just like a clear coat and it takes forever to dry, and I smudged it last time. It didn't look good, so I'm glad that I went with the gel. It also makes it shinier. So yeah, this is the color Big Apple Red from OPI, so I really like this. I have a couple of neutrals that I might try next, but maybe about a nice red nail in the summer just like does it for me. So most of my day yesterday doing renovation update. They did not come yesterday to install the tile. I guess our tile guy like was still in Spring, that's where we're from, just couldn't get out here. I think he was like working on a different project, which is fine. He's here today. He's working. Just given the amount of tile that it is, I don't think it's gonna take him that long. He's, I would say, a quarter or a third of the way done, and it is noon-ish, so yeah, I don't foresee him having issues. I am wondering if he's going to try to grout the same day or not, but regardless, like it's getting done, which I'm pleased with. I was like worried that he wouldn't show up today either, and I would have been really bummed because my bathroom back. I also made some purchases for the bathroom. That's kind of why I'm out in the first place. Not the only reason. I need to return my ultrahuman ring. That's the number one reason I'm out. I grabbed lunch, returned the ultrahuman ring, and I want to go look at accessories for the bathroom. I purchased a tension rod, some hanging rings, I purchased a curtain, and it's actually a regular curtain, not a shower curtain that I'm going to be using in the bathroom. You can't find shower curtains that are tall enough for the look that I'm going for, so I just grabbed like a regular curtain panel. I grabbed a shower curtain liner though, obviously like I don't want that to get soaked, and I also purchased some new cabinet hardware. So I am doing basically the same hardware that we have in our kitchen, but I'm doing it in a slightly brighter gold, just a little bit. It's not like super intense, mostly because I couldn't find any like tension rods on Amazon that were that same color. The color of our like cabinet hardware in our kitchen is very specific. It's champagne bronze, so it's a very like pale gold. The cabinet hardware that I got for the bathroom is just a little bit brighter. It's not going to be too intense, but I think it's going to look nice. And I'm planning on rubbing buffing the mirrors as well. I was like on the fence about doing it, but with the white paint, I mean, I'll like insert a picture right here. I just don't think that the black looks that nice. I think we need some like warmth in the space, which leads me to the rug that I purchased. I like having a big rug in the bathroom. I know that that's like not traditional necessarily, but I think in a lot of bathrooms, if you like go on Pinterest and look at like designer bathrooms, often have like a real rug in the bathroom, not taking up like the entire floor or anything, but not the like fuzzy kind of bath mat situation. I had been on the hunt and look out for something that I thought would fit the space. You know, I wanted some color, again, some richness, some warmth to like add a little bit of pizzazz back into the bathroom, because I love the black and white tile. I'm very happy with that choice, and I love that if someone has more modern taste, you know, if they like move in later, they can like change like hardware and stuff really easily and make it super modern. But for when I'm in it, I like that it's clean and just sleek, but I wanted, yeah, something nice. So anyway, this is the rug that I ended up going with. It is from the same collection. It's a Lauren by Ralph Lauren rug from Wayfair. Once I find something I like, I just kind of like to stick to it. It's a completely different like pattern, but the quality is going to be there, and that is so important to me. I don't know what it is lately, y'all. I could not find rugs that are not
washable or like weirdly plush, kind of like printed like design becoming increasingly common again, especially with the rise of washable rugs. I'm starting to realize how many things are marketed to us as like the future or like an advancement that are really just an excuse for companies to make really shitty cheap products. I went on like Rugs USA recently trying to find rugs, and I wish there were like a way to filter out the washable rugs, but there's just not, and nothing irks me more than like trying to find a rug and it being washable. After having had one, they're fine for like certain areas, but for like a living room or like a big space, I do not want a washable rug. I have seen the benefits of them. I don't think they're the worst thing ever, but that's not what I'm looking for. I want a rug that's just gonna hold up well over time. But if like a cat vomits on it, I want to be able to like get it out with like my little green. I know that I can with the quality of rug that I have been getting from Ralph Lauren. So I purchased it. It's blue, it's red, it's pretty. There was also another color variant that I was like kind of in between. I went with the slightly deeper, richer colors. There was also one that had like a kind of more orangey border and then a more bright blue in the center. The darker ones because I just feel like it's gonna ground the space a little bit more. And it's just like more my taste anyway. I don't want the bathroom to feel too right, if that makes sense. I don't know. I just see a lot of stuff like this on Pinterest. Super beautiful, super pretty, but not totally my taste. And I think that's kind of the trouble that I have is like, I think at this point what I really enjoy style-wise when it comes to my home. I take inspiration from so many different things on Pinterest, but I've yet to find very many inspiration pictures that like fully capture what I enjoy, which is, you know, a little bit of that like Southern Grand Millennial style, a little bit of like cozy cottage, you know, French cottage, English cottage, and a little bit of traditional, but it's like hard to like find the combination of it typically in like in pictures, because I'll see some bathrooms and I'm like, oh, that's so pretty, but like, oh, that gold hardware is a little too bright, or oh, it's a little too this or that or the other. So I'm figuring it out. It takes time to figure out your personal style, but I also think it's good too to like develop your own style and to not totally rely on Pinterest. Mostly figured out the bathroom situation. I did maybe want to pop into HomeSense to see if I can find like a vase or something to go kind of in between our mirrors. Normally I have a black one right there and it's super modern, and I think I'm moving away from that direction for our home decor. I have had that vase for forever now that I'm thinking about it. I got it at Goodwill a long time ago and painted it black. I kind of want like a ginger jar, I think. I am going to go return this ring and go to HomeSense. I'm going so stir crazy. I didn't end up going to HomeSense or HomeGoods or anything. I returned my ultrahuman ring and I ended up picking up some additional tile that we needed for the walls as requested by our lovely Tyler, who is working right now. Two observational things that I wanted to throw in here. Probably too much information, but you know, we share here, and I wanted to talk PCOS-ish stuff, health stuff, weight loss stuff a little bit. It's funny. I feel like when you are the heaviest that you've ever been, losing 10 pounds feels like momentous, and at the same time, when you like compare side by side what you actually look like 10 pounds different, it's not a lot. I think someone on Reddit, exactly who coined the term, this idea of paper towels. Like when you're losing weight, as you get closer and closer to your goal weight, a few pounds looks like a lot of weight on your body physically, and you'll notice a bigger change. Whereas when you're at the beginning of your journey, you could lose 10 pounds, 20 pounds even, and like not notice as much of a difference because it's coming like all over you. I don't know if any of this is making sense. I'm proud of myself. I was also a little disappointed looking at the before and after, like, you know, month to month change. I thought it would be more drastic, more dramatic, but I went to put on a bra today. I have like 2 underwire bras and I don't wear them that often because like, ew, who wants to? But today I put on one and I realized my boobs are smaller, which is both good and bad. I think observationally, I've noticed that my boobs are just less full looking. Not like totally tragic yet. I'm sure that they will get there when I lose even more weight, but that was actually kind of nice. I don't love having big boobs. For most of my life, I have not had big boobs. For most of my life, I've been very thin. So I've always had kind of like a B or C cup until the past few years where I have a double D, bordering on larger than that. This bra is a double D and my boobs are, like, I can fit it still, but I'm noticing some like gapping now, which I'm kind of grateful for. I wish my boobs looked better, but I think with time, that just kind of happens, right? I keep reminding myself like, hey, after you lose weight, your boobs might not look good. They probably weren't gonna look good after a kid anyway, so it's fine. I also didn't go to HomeSense today, back to what we were talking about earlier, because I started my period a couple days ago, and this is the second period post DNC. Don't want to make too big of a causation sort of relationship here in my mind, but I'm pretty sure that my exercising more regularly dramatically reduced the amount of cramps that I'm experiencing. I have had one of the least painful periods this time around than I ever have. When I think back to the last time I had a period like this, I had like associated it with using Ovasitol, which I'm not using right now, but I was also exercising then too. So maybe they were onto something when they said that exercise is like good for your period. I'm not gonna like exercise heavily on my period, but it does seem to have lessened my personal period pain quite a bit. I had a couple of cramps here and there on like the first day, but nothing like I'm used to. And I was like, okay, well maybe tomorrow like it'll be worse. I was just like expecting it, preparing myself mentally. Not nothing. I mean, I can tell that I am bleeding, but not nothing crazy. Amount of blood, that has not changed. I'll take the no cramps. I will definitely take the no cramps. I mean, I would also take less blood. I don't know if y'all are the same way, like if you have heavy periods as well. It's like a dual thing, right? It's like I don't like having to worry if like a tampon's gonna leak. I also don't really like worrying about the cramp aspect of my period. And now that I don't have cramps, or like they're a lot less, like I could go exercise. Like I just don't really like the situation going on right now. Like I just don't really want to be in leggings. I don't want to worry about, you know, leaking. Cramps have been less, which is kind of nice. That's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to say. Oh, also, I guess last thing, I think it's because of TikTok. You know what? TikTok may be good for some things. I have just been, I think, going back and forth on consumption and what an appropriate level is. I mean, this is something that I always think about. I was raised in a shopping household, in a let's go shopping, that's how we bond kind of household. And so I think that I definitely overconsume in certain categories, and it's something that I don't love, but at the same time, what is money if not to be spent? I don't know. I go back and forth. I didn't go to Home Sense because I was like, you know what? I do have a ginger jar kind of situation with some florals. I think I showed y'all or hauled it in a different video. I have that in my bedroom. I could just move that into my bathroom and like find something else to go on my dresser. You know what I mean? Like I don't need new things. I definitely don't need new things, but I didn't even really like want to shop around because again, period. And I just, you know, I don't really need it. Especially after just like spending money on like a new rug and like other new things for in there that were like kind of necessary, like the, you know, new shower curtain and stuff. I'm just like not really in the mood to like spend a ton on stuff. It is kind of one of the pitfalls too, I think, of posting on the internet. Like I don't ever buy things to try to sell them to y'all. I do think about the fact that like I can talk about stuff in videos and I think it's like fun, you know, to show like the new things that I've purchased, but I need to get out of that habit because I mean, I'm not gonna like stop sharing stuff when I get new things, but maybe I should just get fewer new things, I think is the long and short of it. And I think it's also been on my mind too because I keep seeing people talking about like new Halloween decor. I saw 2 people today hauling new decor. I don't think I'm gonna do that this year. I really do not need new holiday decor, whether it's Christmas or Halloween. Like don't need it at all. I will do decorate with me videos with the existing things I have, but probably no new things in that arena. Not especially not the Christmas stuff. Haden will kill me if I buy more Christmas stuff. Plus it's just like I feel like I have my priorities in a different arena at the moment anyway. I really, after getting this bathroom done, I like really want to save up money to do the floors. So I don't want to like spend money on tchotchkes when I can like have new floors. Maybe if I save my pennies. Binky says hello, by the way. He is at my feet purring per usual. He's also cooped up and he does not like being cooped up. Yeah, I'm so looking forward to having my space back though. Gotta say that. Gotta mention that for the record. This has been so rambly. I need to go because I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna be reading for this video that I'm posting next week. I'm trying to be on top of things, y'all. I'm trying to be on top of things. I feel like I fall into this I fall into a lot of things, clearly. I'll get 2 videos sent out for the week, usually by Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I want to do nothing, but like I can't. I gotta keep working, but I never do. But I'm doing it today, okay? I'm doing it today. I'll let you know what I end up reading for whatever video I'm making next. Hello, friends. Happy Sunday. They're so cute. I just got back from yoga. It is actually 12:30. My class was at 10:30. I went to 11:30. It was really nice. That was like my first official yoga class. I feel like I might have done one like in college, but it's just been a long time, you know, bought a mat for it and everything. So I was like, you know what? This is going to be like a new thing that I do. It's going to be a new thing in my routine. Happy to report that it is in fact something that I would like to add to my routine. After much deliberation, I have figured out like what my schedule will be going forward or what I would like it to be if anyone wants to know. And it's not going to be completely seamless just because of how my Pilates membership works. Unlimited membership doesn't go into effect until next week. So like it's going to be hard to get into some classes over the next couple of weeks. But my plan is Pilates Monday, lifting Tuesday, Pure Barre Wednesday. Wednesday is the only day that they have the like Empower class that I really like, which is like the cardio based one. It's my favorite of all the classes. So one day of Pure Barre a week on Wednesdays, then another reformer class on Thursday, lift again on Friday, another reformer class on Saturday. Sunday, I want to do yoga in the morning and then lifting in the afternoon. Honestly, I'm still trying to decide like what day between Saturday and Sunday I want to lift. I feel like it makes more sense to do it on Sunday, but after that yoga class, y'all, I just feel so like at peace. I'm like, do I want to go to like lift heavy after that? I'm not really sure. That's the only like kind of missing piece at this point, but I'm really happy with that schedule. And I think with all of the like classes and stuff, I will have a lot of like good recovery time between lifting days. So that's sort of my tentative game plan. It might change, it might evolve. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I had such a good time with it. The only thing though is that I need to go and get a yoga towel for my mat because I was slipping and sliding around. It wasn't technically a hot yoga class, but it was fucking hot in there and I was dripping sweat, sliding all around on my yoga mat. So I do need to go ahead and get a little yoga towel. Now I need to, I'm literally looking at it right now, dive into Powerless. I'm reading this for a video on the main channel, and I'm going to read Reckless for the vlog, not the vlog channel. What am I talking about? Patreon. Patreon's gonna get the like follow-up vlog. I've heard such mixed things about these books. I know nothing about them, and I think that's going to make for an interesting ride. Kind of like Butcher and Blackbird. I feel like I knew more about that one than I do about this. All I know is that it's like a YA fantasy. Who knows? But I'm gonna be diving into that, which means no reading for this year channel. But maybe I'll give you a little Costco haul because we are gonna go to Costco later, I believe. We have our tile guy grouting today, which is so exciting, and it shouldn't take him too long. So after he's done with that, we might pop over to Costco and I'll hang out with y'all and show you what we're up to. But I just wanted to pop in and also encourage you as well, if you are someone who is like nervous and scared to try things, that it pays off. It really does. I think that has been something that's intimidated me for all of these things, like trying new things, whether it's bar, yoga, Pilates, whatever. Going to your first class can be really intimidating, but I've never had a bad experience at any of the locations that I've gone to. The people at the front desk are always so nice and so willing to help you and show you around. And a lot of times when you come, they like know that you're new and they'll ask you if you need help, or they'll give you a tour or whatever. It's just, I think it's good to put yourself out there. Put yourself out there, even if you're an introvert and kind of awkward like I am. Hello friends, happy Monday. I'm here to do my makeup and to close off the vlog. I know I said I would potentially give you a Costco haul. That did not happen because randomly while we were at Costco, I started having some unpleasant cramps. Again, still not like regular Chandler level cramps, but enough to where when we got home, Hayden took over putting the groceries away. So I just like went and sit down and chilled. What to tell you so much. I feel like I don't talk often about the realities of pet ownership. I try to be real about it because as much as I love my babies, oh wow, sometimes they can make life hard. As you may know, I have all of the cats in here with me as people are working on the bathroom, which is getting finished today, which is so exciting. But that means that while the cats are in here, they use the facilities in here. I have a litter robot in my office closet. Let's just say this boy who's currently spinning around did some stinky business and it stunk up the entire second floor of my house. I am basically stuck in a stink dungeon. I have opened the window, I have lit a couple of candles, and it's still just not getting rid of that stinky scent. That pretty much never happens, I will say. My cats don't tend to have stinky butts. Their poops tend not to smell, but they did today. Thanks, Ted. Thank you for that treat. God, I cannot wait until I'm free to roam my house and can avoid smells, but today is not that day. They are, though, finishing the bathroom today, which is so exciting. I've been talking about it, obviously, for weeks at this point about how excited I am to have this bathroom done. And yeah, it's finally getting done. They're installing the baseboards and the toilet today, doing a little bit of cleanup, caulking, that sort of thing. And then they're going to be all done, which is so genuinely so exciting. I'm just so excited to be able to like do things in my house, to be able to like walk around unencumbered, and to be able to have like different settings for my videos. I know it's like a small thing, and I know that I'm not like the queen of, you know, aesthetic vlogs or videos, but I do like to switch up my filming locations from clip to clip just to make it a little bit more exciting visually. Again, because I know that I don't do very exciting like b-roll or anything in my videos, so just excited to have my life back to normal, to show you kind of the final result of the bathroom next week. Next week's video, or I should say this week's video, what I'm going to start working on this week is not going to be a vlog. It's going to be more of a bathroom tour and like you helping me kind of like decorate the bathroom sort of thing, because I have a pretty busy week in terms of videos. I think I told y'all that like this was a chill week and you know the next week's gonna be crazy. Yeah, it is. I'm starting Powerless today. I didn't end up starting it yesterday just because I had other things that were calling to my heart, and by that I mean I was listening to mostly to Words of Radiance and just kind of sticking with that. So I'm doing kind of like a 24-hour situation with Powerless today, and prayers that like goes to plan. Isn't totally shitty, because devoting an entire day to reading a book that sucks would kind of suck, frankly. I did want to ask you though, I came up with this idea yesterday and it might be kind of crazy, so tell me if like this is not something you're interested in, because I won't do it if you're not. I kind of had this idea, maybe doing vlogust, so vlogging every day in August over here on this channel. I would still be posting on my main channel. I would need to like figure out what kinds of videos I'd be able to make while also, you know, doing daily vlogs, but I just like that idea. I think it might actually help me to become a better vlogger and get more creative with the things that I'm filming. But now that I've got like my house back, I have so many plans on like decluttering, cleaning, organization, just stuff around the house that I'd like to get done. And yeah, I could do that in just like a normal weekly vlog, but I would love to be able to like split it up into different, daily vlogs and just like take you along with me for the month. I'm also going to be getting back to, my full health and fitness routine, so I can kind of take you around with me for that. My life's not the most thrilling, but I just think it could be kind of fun. And I've never really fully committed to vlogging that often. I mean, I have done like daily videos on the other channel, but they weren't all vlogs. So I don't know. I think it's doable. I think it would be fun. Let me know if that excites you. If you're kind of like, bitch, I do not want to see you in my subscription box that often. Also, let me know. That's fine. Just an idea that I'm tossing around and I think could be interesting. On that note though, I'm gonna go finish my makeup, go start this video, and live my life. I'm really bad at ending videos. Actually, you know what? Can I just share this because I'm really excited? I got a DM from one of my favorite authors today asking if I could sensitivity read a book for them. So I feel like I've made it big time. I will be doing that this week as well, which is really exciting. I don't know if I'm gonna really like vlog the experience, probably not, just because, the book isn't like published and out yet. I don't actually know when this book is getting published, but I'm pretty thrilled, pretty excited. I'm feeling pretty special today, but thanks for sticking with me. I know this is definitely not the most thrilling of the vlogs. Hopefully the vlogs will be better from here on out. I'm gonna go blend this concealer. Love y'all so much. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.